next artist, Michael Martinez.
Hi guys, I am a third-year art therapy counseling student. Is actually a part of my thesis that I'm working on for graduation coming up. And what my thesis is about what is a transitional object for a young adult going through their college transition or just transitions throughout life. And you might be asking yourself, what is a transitional object? Well, a transitional object for a young child would be their blanket or their teddy bear or anything like their stuffed animal. I actually saw a little girl running around with her stuffed animal in the back over there, so she is my perfect example of what my thesis is all about. From my thesis and from my research, I am researching Winnicott theory. And Winnicott, he has a theory, it's a counseling theory called objects relations, and part of that, his theory is transitional objects and transitional phenomenon. So through my research, I kind of discovered that I really don't. And my sculpture is basically an illustration of theory. Basically, one of my one of my mounds represents a mother. The other mound represents the infant. They are connected together through the grass, and that kind of represents that first bond that you have with your mother at birth. The orientation of it, the hills kind of go away from each other. This is kind of your journey over time with your mother. You get a little bit separated from your mother over time, but there's always that connection you have with her. Through this process, I've kind of learned about what my transitional object is. A lot of my material that I used to create this sculpture were actually donated by a lot of local businesses around Edwardsville. The dirt was donated by Bob's Marley Trucking, a construction company around here. Additionally, Joe's Market Basket donated some more dirt. The bricks were actually donated by Richard's Brick, and part of the sod was actually donated by Brockmeyer's Sod down the road. Through this experience, I kind of noticed that the community is kind of my transitional object. I moved from Texas and moved up here to Illinois, and through that time, rooting myself within the community and making those relationships in the community have become that portion of my transitional object and my transitional phenomenon here. All right, thank you. Any questions?
Since this has grass growing on it, is the maintenance of this sculpture an issue?
It sure is. After I finished putting the sod down, I was like, I'm done with my sculpture, but actually I wasn't done with my sculpture. I had to come out here every night and water it. I actually gained a relationship with my sculpture through the process. So every night it was I was actually mothering this myself. I think eventually I'll mow it.